Welcome to WatchMojoUK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times Jeremy Clarkson pissed off everyone.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we'll be looking at controversial Clarkson moments throughout his on-screen and off-screen career that really drove people mad. Who's your favourite, Clarkson, May or Hammond? Let us know below. Number 10. Heatwave Denier, 2022. With the UK having a record-breaking hottest day, the rest of Europe was also feeling the effects. Yet Clarkson, who's dabbled in denying climate change as a thing, decided to try and play down the possible danger. On Twitter, he claimed while it was hot in the south of France, they weren't taking it too seriously by putting out warnings. But that wasn't true. Wildfires had sparked in the region and were spreading. Plus, the UK experienced several fires too. Instead of apologising and moving on, Clarkson doubled down with what seemed to be a sarcastic post. He claimed he spent the day outside, regardless of the heat, and made it through with a beer under a tree. Ugh. Number 9. Vehicular Homophobia, 2006. On an episode of Top Gear, the trio talked about the Daihatsu Copen. Clarkson then called out someone in the audience who somewhat resembles Jesus and asked for his opinion. He referred to the vehicle as gay, which Clarkson happily repeated instead of dismissing the comment.
It's gay. It's a bit ginger beer.
Clarkson then referred to the car as a bit ginger beer, which is Cockney rhyming slang for queer. Both the BBC and Ofcom condemned his comments, but Clarkson learnt nothing. On an episode in 2011, he was reviewing the Jaguar XKRS and stated,
And then in the corners, it'll get its tail out more readily than George Michael.
Yikes. This drew the ire of the pop legend on social media and was condemned by many. Number 8. Gross Joke, 2010. For an episode of Top Gear, the show had Hollywood stars Cameron Diaz and Tom Cruise appearing. So were the presenters on their best non-derogatory behaviour for their special guests? Of course not. Already off to a rough start by talking about using burqas for women pedestrians to stop distracting drivers, Clarkson thought he'd tell a definitely not made up he swear it happened story. Apparently, as he was in a taxi, a woman in a burqa crossed the road,
Went head over heels.
Face over apron.
Yeah, and up it came. Red G-string, stockings.
It drew disbelief from his co-presenters and made many watching at home uncomfortable. Musician Lily Allen tweeted the story was distasteful, whilst several official complaints were issued by viewers. Number 7. Violent Union, 2011.
A guest with balanced, uncontroversial opinions who makes great efforts not to offend.
And we've got Jeremy Clarkson.
With the massive UK public sector strikes underway at the time, The One Show thought it was a swell idea to ask overly opinionated Jeremy Clarkson, who was a guest on the show, his thoughts on what was going on. And it was bad. He had a rant that stated shocking things like the strikers should be shot and executed in front of their families.
Frankly, I'd have them all shot.
Apparently meant as a joke, this instantly made presenters Matt Baker and Alex Jones really uncomfortable, as well as the audience at home. Within a week, around 31,000 people made official complaints about the segment. In the aftermath, Clarkson claimed he wasn't expecting people to take what he said seriously, but apologised for any offence caused.
Those are Jeremy's views.
Only Jeremy's
Just
views.
given two.
Number 6. Greta Obsession, 2019 onwards. Whilst Greta Thunberg has been doing her best to convince the world to take climate change seriously, Clarkson has seemingly taken this as a personal affront to his lifestyle and hobby of cars. In 2019, he wrote a column for The Sun that took shots at the young Swede. Clarkson described her as a spoilt brat before going on a rant. He later criticised her manners as Thunberg attempts to stop us from destroying the Earth. Even Clarkson's own daughter distanced herself from his opinions. Clarkson has carried on his jealous tirade over the years. In 2021, he described Thunberg as mad and dangerous, and later stated she needed a smacked bottom, which was slated by many for being inappropriate.
She's mad and dangerous.
Number 5. Casual Racism for All, 1998. Appearing at a motor show in Birmingham, all Clarkson had to do was enjoy the experience and promote the event. Instead, he reportedly resorted to making racist comments. Hyundai UK claimed the broadcaster had told visitors that their staff had all eaten dogs, with the designer apparently having a spaniel for lunch. Clarkson also allegedly claimed the BMW crew were all fascists, with their German connection. But this isn't the only time he's taken shots at Germany. In 2005, Top Gear looked at BMW's Mini that was quintessentially British. Clarkson, amongst other tasteless suggestions, said it should have a sat-nav that only goes to Poland.
Give it trafficators that go like that. A sat-nav that only goes to Poland.
Germany was furious, as was the audience that complained to the BBC. Number 4. Offending India, 2011. For a special episode, the Top Gear team went to India for a road trip in classic British cars, and it offended the country as the High Commission of India in London complained to the BBC about the episode. The presenters mocked India at any opportunity, especially when it came to toilet humour, and were very culturally insensitive. Clarkson's Jaguar was fitted with a toilet seat in the boot and paper over the aerial as he explains, "Everyone who comes here gets the trots."
Oh, God.
Another problem was 2 banners attached to trains that showed very different messages when the carriages were split apart. Many viewers issued official complaints to the BBC after the episode aired. Number 3. Truck Off, 2008. For an episode featuring a lorry challenge, things got out of hand quickly once Clarkson was behind the wheel of one. As he talks to the camera about the tasks a truck driver has to do, he mentions slaying an escort as being one.
What matters to lorry drivers? Murdering prostitutes?
And fuel economy.
Fuel economy.
Breakfast.
This comment is a reference to convicted killers Peter Sutcliffe and Steve Wright, who drove a lorry and a forklift respectively. Making a joke that this is just what truck drivers do caused a wave of complaints to the BBC, with over 500 in just a couple of days.
It's a hard job. Change gear, change gear, change gear, check your mirrors, murder a prostitute, change gear, murder, check your... That's a lot of effort in a day.
Then again, what can you expect from someone who was allegedly let go from Top Gear for starting a fracas with a producer over catering in 2015? Number 2. Mexican Offence, 2011. None of the Top Gear presenters came out of this segment looking decent. Introducing the Mastretta MXT sports car, which was designed in Mexico, sparked a load of racist jokes about the country. The 3 played on negative stereotypes that went on for far too long, looking to outdo each other.
Mexican car's just going to be a lazy, feckless, flatulent openness.
They insulted Mexico's culture and referred to their food as refried sick. Clarkson makes a jibe that they won't get any complaints about the segment as the Mexican ambassador would be asleep. Oh, how wrong he was.
Imagine waking up and remembering you're Mexican.
That'd be brilliant. It'd be brilliant because you could just go straight back to sleep again.
The ambassador laid into the incident publicly. Even Steve Coogan slated what was said. The BBC offered an apology, but claimed jokes based on national stereotyping were part of British national humour. Number 1. Slur Rehearsal, 2014. Whilst reviewing the Toyota GT86 and the Subaru BRZ, Clarkson allegedly used a racial slur when he used the children's nursery rhyme, "Eeny, meeny, miny, mo." To begin with, he denied the accusation, then the leaked video was released. Clarkson appeared to mumble the offensive word when he reached that part of the rhyme that historically contained the slur.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a teacher by his toe. When he squeals, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
He claimed after witnessing the footage after recording, the show used another take in the aired episode, which used the word teacher instead. It's bizarre Clarkson didn't use the word tiger, as that's been used as a replacement for years.
If you listen very carefully with the sound turned right up, it did appear that I'd actually used the word I was trying to obscure.
It was reported that if he were to mess up again, Clarkson would be fired from Top Gear, which is what happened a year later.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojoUK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.